This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and Forged Irish Stout. Delighted today to be joined with Mark Tibbs at the Origin Gym in Rainham in Essex. Good to catch up with you again, Mark. It's good to be at the gym again. Firstly, I'll touch on Christmas and the New Year. How was that for you, mate?
Yeah, Christmas and New Year was, it was good because I've got a 9-year-old son now. He turned 9 a couple of days ago. So that's what made it exciting. Otherwise, it's just another day. Yeah. But we had a lot of work on prepping fighters and had dates in January to prep them for. So we done what we had to do to get work done and also have a pleasant Christmas too. Yeah. Nice, thank you.
That's all right, no worries, mate. I was going to touch on that really because there's no lost ground in the new year. You've got fighters all out in January and February, so nice to keep the gym busy, especially in 2024 in the new year.
Yeah, it's been lovely. I mean, we've had some real good sparring with all the fighters that I've got to work on, and I can't moan, I can't grumble. Everyone's nicely balanced and performing, which is important. Yeah.
I suppose the first fighter we'll touch on is Johnny Fisher. He's out February the 3rd, already out there in America training. Looking forward to another step up in a different country now. The Bull Army, they're going to be live and ready in Las Vegas.
It's going to be a fantastic experience for Johnny. He's been to Vegas a few times and trained alongside Joe Joyce, so he's got that experience already. But performing out there is going to be new to him. But listen, a ring's a ring. It don't matter where it is. If it's on the moon, as long as you prepare diligently, don't overdo it, get the balance right. I've got every bit of confidence he'll do the job.
And when it comes to someone like Johnny, who, even though he's sort of early in his pro career, I know he's had a 10 round, he's won a title, but still sort of what he wants to achieve is he's not quite there yet. What's it like dealing with someone like him where he listens very much, he soaks everything up like a sponge, and he is mature for an early age that he is?
Well, it makes your job easier because of his work ethic, what's in him, and his big heart. Yeah, but I hope to think, and you'll see in his work, that he's learning to pace himself, break people down in front of him, the stiff, because now he's a champion. They bring champion mentality to the table. Therefore, when they have it a little bit hard, the opposition, or they don't go, you've got to just keep chipping and clipping away and box cleverly without getting caught yourself. It's all right getting your work off. It's after you get your work off, those of limited experience and ability get their work off and then get caught or countered. So that's I think John's coming along really nice in that area, and he has to. Now he's a champion.
And you talked about that championship mentality, and in the ring and out the ring, he is developing. And do you feel like now we will see an even better version of him? Now he's sort of had those 10 rounders, the long rounds, and he's had the title as well. That makes you 10-20% even better, as you were saying.
Of course. I mean, if you looked in his fight against Harry Armstrong, I'm putting this on there.
Yeah, that's all right.
I got used to wearing it. Yeah. Against Harry Armstrong, I feel that everything I've dreamed of him being come to fruition that night. Yeah. As in, he matched and beat Armstrong to the body shots. Armstrong threw body shots, really like an experienced guy, dug him in and all. But within a split second, Fisher matched him, then beat him, then gave it to him, then went upstairs. And so, listen, I could have only have dreamt of that performance that he pulled off that night. So, yeah, good fighters bring good performances out of good fighters. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I suppose we'll touch on another man in the stable, Giorgio Visioli. He had his pro debut, and you couldn't have asked for a better pro debut. He's out on January 27th, I believe. An exciting talent that he is, and I'm sure you've enjoyed working with him in his earliest pro career.
Do you know something? Giorgio Visioli is like a trainer's dream, and for the reason being, I can voice instruction, and if it's the right instruction, he immediately does it. Immediately does it. and therefore it is a pleasure to train Giorgio Visioli, who's going to the very, very top. I really believe that. And he's been tested and tried in the gym here. He's come on twofold, threefold since his debut. Yeah, because obviously, you know, I like to see what they got in the gym, you know, and he's got a lot. I won't say he's got it all yet, 'cause he's got a little way to go, but very, 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 very excited about his future in boxing. Giorgio Visioli, yeah.
And also Tommy Fletcher is out February the 10th as well as John Hedges is hopefully waiting for a fight date very, very soon. Hedges obviously said to me about moving to the cruiserweight division, so you're going to have two cruiserweights, both 6'7" plus. Excited for sort of both of them talents to really push through in 2024?
Super excited about both of them fighters. Both very, very different, although they're 6'7" and they're southpaw. Both very different, both equipped with, you know, their own artillery. And Johnny Hedges, he's got a super cute brain and does everything and do anything. But you know, he can do it all better. Yeah, if he gets his mind round it, which he's always minds on it. He's very always on time. Never moans and groans, and he's good at hiding emotions, I should say. Yeah, you know, as part of a fighter's attribute, and he's good at that. And but I've really reiterated to him that, you know, you've got to polish up all what you're doing, son. You've got to polish up all what you're doing so it gets off quicker. I can't explain it to you, because more compact, you know, forget all that flamboyant, flashy stuff. It ain't going nowhere, but get your work off and be bothered to do it. Don't be lazy. Then that's what's going to get you to the top, and he's got it all to get to the top, for sure.
For yourself now in 2024 and 2023, you've got a young stable of a lot of guys who are, you know, young of age. Tommy, oh yeah, go on. Tommy Fletcher said 21, yeah.
Tommy Fletcher. The reason why I'm saying Tommy Fletcher, he's just sparred with a heavyweight guy, very game, good puncher. Yeah, it was Tommy's first serious spar. Yeah, and I just said to Tom, I wouldn't put you in there if I didn't think you was capable in your first spar with a heavyweight, game, puncher. Yeah, but box to the tactics and make the job easy. Don't stand there square on and sit down. What are you sitting down for? You ain't got time to sit down. You know what I mean? You're long and strong and can punch. And just done 6 beautiful rounds with a really, really game guy by the name of Louis, one of Victor Smith's boys. Pardon me for his second name, but yeah, he's a good fighter, heavyweight, and he gave Johnny Fisher some good rounds actually before John headed off to America.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed watching that as well. As I was sort of saying, yeah, of course I did. Yeah. You have a young stable now. You know, Hedges 21, Fletcher 21, Finley James 20, you know, Fisher of a young age as well, and Giorgio and all these guys. What's it like having a young stable and bringing these fighters through early on?
Well, it is good. It's rewarding, and I get a big. Obviously, I want them to be championship fighters because, you know, boxing is a business, and therefore they're prize fighters. The bigger their currency, you know, it's what it's about. It's about making money. But I like my fighters to do it in the most safest possible way. So, you know, we want to hit and not be hit, punish and not be punished. Yeah. Eliminate but not be eliminated, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah. So they're all equipped. Not everyone are bigger punchers than each other, but there's a way and a will to execute what's in front of you with what God gave them, what God's given them. So there's my there's my take. If you understand what I'm saying.
Course, absolutely, yeah. And is it important to also teach to sort of these guys? And you know, everyone's different. You know, Johnny Fisher may be different to Tommy Fletcher, or their personalities may be different. But it's important to show that they're mature early pros and they're mature 21-year-olds, and you know, Finney James is a mature 20-year-old, and teach them sort of the maturity of being a mature boxer at a young age.
Well, you can't rush nature, yeah? I like to think we don't have any silly behaviour while we're working, you know? We like to relax and let our hair down, and there's a time to get serious and there's time to not to be serious, but because boxing is a serious sport, and it, you know, we've got to be wise in what we do in the sport of boxing. And as I say, some are more mature than others. Some are being brought along a little bit slower than others, and some think that they're not quite where they need to be. Give them a little nudge, bump, get on with it, and they go, "Whoa, how did I do that?" Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that does make sense. That definitely.
So that's the way. That's the way you develop these young boxers. Yeah.
Absolutely, and you know, we'll move on to sort of from the stable to natural boxing topics. I was talking to you off camera, and we talked about Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker. I think in an interview with Seconds Out, you sort of predicted that Parker would have a lot of success against Deontay Wilder. So sort of to see that you're proved right is always a nice thing. But I'm sure on that fight that you wasn't shocked with how the outcome was.
No, do you know what, Louis? How I saw it, I bumped into Joseph a couple of times, and excuse that light, come on in a minute. I bumped into Joseph Parker along with one of my prospects who was on a show somewhere around the country. Anyway, and I felt him. I felt how he was built. Yeah, and I remember Dillian White boxed him when I trained Dillian White, and he was strong, man, strong. And I just thought to myself, I looked at Wilder, I looked at the battles he's been in with Tyson Fury, I looked at his weight, and I thought, if Joseph Parker has got dog in him, he can cause an upset here. I don't know if he's got dog in him. I don't train him. I've not been around him. So I just hope he did. And he did. And he done the job. Well done to him. It was great, yeah.
When it comes to Deontay Wilder now, there's a lot of questions about what he should do, you know, with his future, especially after taking a loss at the age that he is and the damage that he's taken with the fights of Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder, talking about Deontay Wilder. So, you know, he's taken a lot of damage, and he seems sort of his mentality may have switched from, you know, a couple of years ago till now. He seems very at peace with himself. What do you think is next for Deontay Wilder? You know, a lot of people talking about retirement and with his behaviour. What do you really think Deontay Wilder should do?
Well, listen, I don't think, I think there's, I don't know about behaviour and all of that, but I think, no, there's fights there for him. There's big fights there for him still. You know, I'm the first to say, because I'm very, you know, I've been around some Michael Watsons and you know, some Bradley Stones and some people who have not been so lucky. Boxing's a hard sport, but I feel that and Gerald McLennan, I was there that night. I think there's big fights for Deontay Wilder. I just think Joseph Parker believed in what he was going to do, and credit to Andrew Lee as well, been in his corner, very technician. Repton, an old Repton fighter, same club as me. So
that's why, mate.
I feel there's big fights there for Deontay Wilder, and he just had it up against him. Parker believed in his strength and his build, and he knew what to do. Throw the kitchen sink, put him on his heels. He's a lighter man, you know. He's a lighter man. Yeah, he can punch, but he can't punch if you put him on his heels. No one can. Yeah, so no, I think there's fights there for Deontay Wilder. Yeah, there is big fights for him, and I don't think he should give it up. No.
I suppose we will stick on the topic of heavyweight division, and we're about 4 weeks away now from, you know, the first undisputed heavyweight champion since 1999. I think I'm right in saying that. Definitely for a long time, as Tyson Fury takes on Oleksandr Usyk. How much are you looking forward to this fight, and you know, how much do you feel like Fury has to prove after the Ngannou fight with a massive fight against Usyk?
No, it's oh mate, it's a fighters and fans' dream. It's coming off finally, and I'm still backing Fury, the bigger man. I feel that both intellectually, they're both there, and that is what's gonna be their needle fight week or a couple of weeks before the fight. They both can outwit each other mentally, and they're going to try and outsmart each other. But they're very, very smart fighters. Fury cannot afford to take this lightly, like he took to Ngannou. Yeah. He can't do that with Usyk, but it's a no-brainer for me. Tyson Fury, he can't afford to have a bad day at the races, but he's too big for Usyk for sure.
I was going to say that because obviously after the Ngannou performance, there's a lot of claims about Fury's legs have gone and it's all catching up to him. Do you think there's any substance to those claims, or do you feel like it might have been a factor of Fury just didn't really take Ngannou seriously?
I just think, listen, he is at an age where it can go, overnight. But through my living the life of boxing, or perhaps I'm hoping because I want Fury to do the business, you know what I mean? I just think he overlooked him a little bit, and a little bit, I don't know what, I don't know if the camp's gone right, it weren't so serious and everyone got involved with the razzmatazz, and before you know where we are, we're fighting. Might be one of them scenarios. I'm hoping that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So that I weren't there, I don't know. But I'm hoping that, and I'm hoping he's going about his business how he should do. Tyson Fury, yeah.
Well, I suppose just the last one from me when it comes to sort of fights coming up in the future. We did see Anthony Joshua taking on Francis Ngannou.
It's come off, is it?
Yeah, it's March the 8th. I mean, all parties have now confirmed that, AJ and Ngannou and everyone. This is sort of an interesting fight when it comes to Ngannou with what he fought against Fury. Sort of, how do you feel about the fight being made and AJ fighting Ngannou?
Well, Tyson Fury's fought him, isn't he? So I wasn't too sure how I felt about it, and but I watched it and I enjoyed it, and I was surprised by it. And credit to Ngannou, credit to him. And this, I think it makes, obviously, because it's Anthony Joshua, it's going to make it interesting for sure. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
And you see the state of the boxing's in now with obviously Saudi Arabia coming in, and big fights getting made. 2023 was a really, really good year for boxing. As we look at 2024, do you feel like it's more of the same stuff in it, or even better this year? We're going to see Undisputed, we could see AJ Fury, and we could see big fights getting made in 2024. Well,
we're getting the fight that no one or our promoters could make. So if they can do that, they can do anything. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sure we're going to see more of what we need to see. I believe it will only build momentum from and they're setting them two heavyweights, Usyk and Fury, are setting the standards along with the Saudis for sure.
Just as we close this off, what is sort of in store in 2024 for the stable of Mark Tibbs? What can we expect? It's an exciting year for you.
Well, Johnny Fisher's set the standards, and I feel and smell and realise the others are going to follow him. Yeah, that's all I wish for, is to knock on door, win titles. Yeah, and keep chipping away, keep slipping, keep rocking, keep rolling, keep winning. Let's go and get some of that Saudi money.
Absolutely, Mark. Just want to say thank you for taking time to speak to me. Good to get your insight. Good to catch up with you, and I appreciate you letting me come down to the gym and interview all your boys today, mate. Appreciate it.
You're always welcome. Thank you.
Top man, mate. Thank you. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
We need to think of a new advert for freebets.com.
Get your best betting offers from freebets.com.
Yeah, that'll do.
The following deals are now live.